Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are here for season number 5 and the first 3 games of the season. They'll all be in this episode. You'll have to bear with me in this episode. Voice was on the way out at the point that I recorded these. It's slowly coming back in at this point in time. But let's get into it. First 3 games of the season. And let's make a promotion push. Hello and welcome back to the channel for the start of this 5th season here as we begin live for the second time in the Southern League Premier Central. Last season obviously ended disappointingly with that semi-final playoff defeat to Leamington. We start the season today with a home tie against Bromsgrove Sporting. Season preview has us in 3rd place at 4-1. Stafford, who got relegated from the leagues above, they're at 4-5. They're the favourites. Arch nemesis Rugby 7-2. They're right back in there. Dylan Parker is with them once again. So they are second favourites. That is going to be a worry as we go on. We never seem to have an awful lot of luck against Rugby. Transfer business done. We brought in Michael Phillips, Keaton Ward, Jack Bainbridge and Dan Smith right towards the back end of last season in March. This season we've brought in Kevin Burko, Matthew Worthington, Zach Clough, George Hall and Jamar South Thomas. Players we've lost: Tommy Wright went to AFC Sudbury, as we said in the last episode. Very disappointed to lose him. Jack Hardnett has gone to Bradford. And then we also lost Jonathan McCauley. I think we knew about that one. That was from February last year. So we knew about that one. That means that the team today, as we go into this home tie, is as follows. It's Boyd in goal. It's a back four of Burko, Hutchins, Burgess Towers and Bainbridge. 2 new fullbacks there, Hutchins and Burgess Towers resuming their positions in the centre of defence. Worthington and Hall in midfield. We've got Jackson on the left, Nick Jackson making an elite return to the side. Kyron Wiltshire on the right, Elijah Cham playing just behind Jamal South Thomas. My voice is a little bit ruined today. I'm not entirely sure. I think we can get through this. It's better than it has been the last day or so. So I think we can get through this without too much bother. We're going to get into the first game of the episode. Hinckley LRFC versus Bromsgrove Sporting. Let's get it on. Let's see how good we are. Let's get a win. Bainbridge now picks it up into Cham. Goes all the way back for Boyd. And he'll go short to Hutchins. Forward to Worthington. Into the left back Burko. Jackson now back to goal on halfway. Into Worthington. South Thomas now can pick it up. Gives it back to Hall. This is nice play. Working from side to side. Hall to Cham. Hanging on to possession nicely. Hutchins with a bit of space. Into Worthington. He's found some space. Jackson into South Thomas. And South Thomas misses first real opportunity of the game. And Jamal South Thomas really could have done with hitting the target there. Very poor from him. As now Love gives it to Wiltshire. Cham. Hall. Burgess Towers. Nicely played again. We're really playing some nice stuff here in the first 20 minutes of this game. Jackson. Out to Burke outside of him. What can he do? Getting towards the byline. You know, he does drive towards the byline. Wilshire's there and he heads over. And it's a great opportunity. We've had 2 good opportunities back to back. And we just haven't managed to get them on target. Burko looks wrong and Jackson thought he was going to go over his head there. It's a good header. And he heads it back to Burko. And now we can come forward. Cham switching out to Wiltshire. That's been cut out by Chesmay. Love goes forward for Graham. And Hutchins dispossesses and gives it to Burgess Towers. Nice little interchange of play there in the centre of midfield. Ball over the top. South Thomas is in behind. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper and his save. This time he did get it on target. But a good save by the goalkeeper. And inside half an hour it still is 0-0. As Jackson will take this corner. Outswinger. Burgess Towers gets up and it's a wayward header. It's going to be a free kick here. And it's going to be Wiltshire to take it. Is he going to shoot from this distance? He does and he scores! And Kyron Wiltshire with an absolute fantastic free kick. From all of 30 yards. Beat the goalkeeper. I didn't think he was in a position to shoot that. It was centre of goal. And that is a brilliant swerving free kick. Goalkeeper got nowhere near it. Into the side of the net. 41 minutes on the clock. Hinckley Leicester Road 1. Bromsgrove Sporting 0. Half an hour to play here. We've made a couple of changes. Zach Clough has come on. And Diego Di Girolamo have come on. Elijah Cham and Jamal South Thomas making way for them. Jamal South Thomas done well going behind a couple of times. But hasn't managed to find the back of the net, so we're going to bring the experienced striker in Zach Clough on, hoping he can grab a goal as we move now into the final 10 minutes of the game. And we have a highlight here now as Hutchins short to Jackson. Worthington now. Hutchins. The thing is, these centre-backs now have been at the club for a little while. They know the way we want to play. That ball goes out wide to Burko. Can he beat his man? He can't. Love dispossesses him. But the ball's fired up and Burgess Towers can bring it down into Hall. Wiltshire now. Tries to look for Jackson. Great touch. Nick Jackson goes down. Penalty kick. It is going to be a penalty kick. 6 minutes left on the clock. And Zach Clough is going to step up to take this, right-footed, against Clayton. Can he get the goal? He does! Clayton got a hand to it. I Thought he was just about going to keep it out. Zach Clough makes it 2-0. Make one last substitution just to waste time more than anything because there's no real point. Kyron Wilshire's going to come off and Era Jackson Jr. is going to make an appearance for the last couple of minutes of stoppage time, and we're going to hang on and get a 2-0 victory to open the season here at home. What a great result. Not great in the first half an hour or so, but we really came into the game. Kyron Wilshire's free kick was absolutely fantastic. Zach Clough scoring from the penalty spot after he came off the bench. 2 goals from set pieces. Not the way we would necessarily like it to be. We'd like to be scoring more goals from open play. But it's the first game of the season. Not everyone is match sharp. We'll take what we can get. Great performances from the back 7. McBoyd, Burko, Hutchins, Burgess Towers, Bainbridge, Worthington and Hall all putting in above 7s. Kyron Wilshere obviously came off later on. He got a 7.4 as well. Zach Clough with a 7. All he did was really have the penalty. There was no real highlights towards the end of that game. And we walk away with a 2-0 victory. Absolutely over the moon with that. A news message through. Zach Clough has scored for the first time in 18 hours, stretching back to his time at Sutton. Obviously wasn't aware that he was on such a bad run of form, but he gets the goal. It was from the penalty spot, but hopefully it gives him a little bit of confidence now. Hopefully challenges the other strikers in the side to really find the net as the experienced 30-year-old striker gets off the mark in the first game. We are still outdoing the season tickets sold in terms of subscribers. That is something I want to keep up with, especially in these lower leagues. As the season ticket holders go up, I'd like the subscribers to go up as well, if at all possible. Keep above the season ticket rate, especially for the first couple of seasons. I feel like when we get into the hundreds or the thousands of season ticket holders, it might be a little bit more difficult to happen. But as for now, we're still ahead. We're still winning that race. That's perfect. So today we go away to Stafford. Stafford, as I've just checked off camera, are the favourites for the league, 7-5. We've moved up to 7-2 now. We've moved above Rugby, which is great stuff. But anyway, we've made a couple of changes to the team today. 3, in fact. It's Boyd in goal. It's Burko, Hutchins, Burgess Towers and Bainbridge across the back. Worthington and Hall resume their positions in midfield. Wilshere is the only man of the front 4 that keeps his place. DJ Ralama comes in the central attacking midfield role. Miller on the left and Zach Clough up front. Hopefully that can do the job here. Those players that went out were the only players that played a 6 average, 6.6, 6.7s. Everyone else was a 7 or above. That's why the changes have been made for this game. So let's get into it. It is going to be the toughest game of this episode. Probably going to be the toughest game of the season. Although, with the little bit of needle that us and Rugby have got going on now, I think Rugby's going to be a little bit more emotional than this. But they're the favourites. And if we can win, and then we go to Kettering next. Well, actually, I think we host Kettering next. But if we can do that and then go to Kettering and get a result there, we really do cement ourselves as favourites for this league. I really do think that. Kettering, again, a team that will be... I think they start the game, actually, in the National League South. So a victory over them, I think, would be a great result. And if we could win the first 3 games, then we are favourites to win this league. DJ Ralama with the corner. Burgess Towers gets up, it's onto the top of the bar. Good chance here in the first 20 minutes. Good header. Thought he should have hit the target there, Burgess Towers. Hutchins there. Short free kick into DJ Ralama. We have played in this first game and a third some really nice stuff. We've knocked it around very nicely. And as we go along, right on cue there. But Clough brings it down. Reece Miller now, what can he do? Drives towards the byline. Tries to get the cross and it's blocked. Burko now gets it in. Wilshire's up and Wilshere heads it over. He had a header in the first game as well, which he headed over. And he's headed one over there. Got into good positions at the far post, but needs to do better with his headers there. Kick off here for the second half, 1 change made. We've dominated possession, 58% possession. Like I say, these short passes we've done really well as Wilshere will take this free kick. Hutchins gets up! And he's hit the outside of the post. That is unlucky there. And it's out for a throw-in on the far side. But as we say, 57% possession. We have knocked the ball around very nicely. Every time the highlight's been shown, we've been knocking the ball around, keeping possession well. As Bainbridge goes down, we're going to have another penalty. It is. I thought that didn't look like one there, but it's been given. Who's stepping up to take this? I don't think that's Clough, is it? Oh, it is. Looked a little bit small. Zach Clough goes the same way. This time it's a better penalty. 1-0. 2-2 for him. Both from the penalty spot. And it's a great start to this second half. 11 minutes into the second half. It's 1-0. Zach Clough from the penalty spot. Very good penalty. Into the bottom corner. Great start. Noon now. Picks up the boys on and off, goes back to Richards. Warren with plenty of time and space can find the boys. Beachy through 1-on-1 and he puts it under the goalkeeper. And Ben Beachy equalises with 15 minutes to play. We gave Warren a hell of a lot of space in the middle of the park there. Enough to just look up, pick his pass. There, look at that. There's no one else in the centre circle when he picks the ball up. And it's just a lovely weighted ball over the back of our defence. and Beattie with a great finish. And we've been the dominant team here, and we've conceded a really poor goal by our standards here. We should be doing better than that. As we go into the last 15 minutes now, we're going to make one more change. I think it's going to be Elijah Cham, and he's going to come on for Reece Miller. And we're going to put Jamal South-Thomas up front, swapping with Zach Clough. Zach Clough out to the right-hand side. Hopefully South-Thomas' pace can get him in behind for some late chances. I don't know if that's going to be the case, as we give away a free kick here in a dangerous area. Navarro puts it over, Beattie's through, and the flag has gone up. Get away with one there. The ball over the top again, we haven't dealt with it. Good finish from Ben Beattie, but that one's not going to count. 6 minutes to play, and it's 1-1. So 1-1 draw in a game that we were probably on top in for the most part. We let Stafford back into it in the second half, especially when they got the equaliser. I think they were the better team after that. Poor performances from some of the boys. South-Thomas having a poor performance, 6.3. Reece Miller having a 6.1. Good performance from Burgess Towers and Hall, though, 7.6 and 7. Not perfect, but they are the league favourites. It's a 1-1 draw, and we go to Kettering match now. Hopefully we can remain unbeaten. Hopefully we can make it 2 wins and a draw. We had way too many draws last season for my liking. Hopefully we can turn some of them into wins with a much improved squad this year. And onwards we go. Just one change for the Kettering game. Elijah Cham comes in for Diego Di Girolamo, who misses out due to injury. So the team is the same, barring that. Miller on the left, Butcher on the right, Clough up front, Worthington and Hall resuming their partnership in midfield. Let's get into it. Big game for us today. Can we beat Kettering? Can we keep this unbeaten start going? And if we do, 7 points from 3 games is an absolute dream start for us. 25 minutes in, it's a really dull game. Worthington with his free kick now. Bainbridge gets up, and we finally scored a goal from a set piece. Bainbridge with the header at the near post over the goalkeeper. 1-0. I'd say from a set piece, Wilshire obviously scored the free kick, but that's the first headed goal we've scored. Bainbridge on the edge of the 6-yard box just gets up and just lofts it over the goalkeeper. 1-0. As I said, absolutely dull game so far. Kettering now had more shots. Nothing on target for them though. We've had 1 shot, 1 on target, 1 goal, and it's going to be a free kick. Kyron Wilshire, similar position to where he scored, and it's over the bar. I think it hit the bar on the way over as well. I didn't know if the keeper got a hand to it then, but it's a lot better. And Burko's been tackled by Gale. He's gone in from behind. He's going to get booked. He is. It's a second yellow. And Gale has been sent off. And now we play against 10 men. And we're in a great position here. 1-0 up, playing against 10 men. Oh, and Duff's got him behind Burgess Towers. It's poor from him. Duff, and a great save by Mac Boyd. As we head into half-time here. Some players starting to struggle. And I think that's because we've played 3 games in a week here. And obviously some of these players can't quite handle it with the fitness. There will be changes made for the off-cameras games. I thought we might be able to get a little bit more out of some of these players before they started going down, but it looks as if we've already had to make 1 sub. Phillips is coming for Burgess Towers. Hutchins is also struggling as well, so we may have to bring him off. Keep going there and man down so we can get a result here. And we're going to go into the second half. We've just got to be wary now of keeping players fit as Champ puts the ball in. Missed by everyone and it's touched in. Who got the touch? Was it Louis Hay, who I think he was the player that came off the bench with the red card? The ball came in. It's been missed by Hutchins and yeah, Louis Hay, I think he just hit him and it's gone inside the far post. 2-0 right as we start the second half. What a time to get the goal. And now we're going to, on the defence, as Jarvis picks up in our box from the free kick to Hay, and he gets himself back in Kettering's good books as he bullets ahead home at the far post. 2-1. 2 goals in a couple of minutes. The Saints ball into the near post. Jarvis had time to bring it down. Spun. Good ball to the far post. So there was 2 of them waiting there. And Louis Hay, with a great header, beats Mac Boyd, and it's 2-1, and he gets them straight back into the game. And it's another free kick here, Chan this time, and I think Hutchins has gone down. He has, and it's a penalty kick. 3rd penalty in 3 games here. And Zach Clough is going to step up to say this. Can he make it 3 in 3, all from the spot? Zach Clough. Oh, this one's saved. McNamara with a great save, and it remains 2-1. I am worried as we go into the final 10 minutes here that penalty miss is going to come back to haunt us as Burko looks forward for Miller. What can he do now? Back to Burko. Cham. Looks at long ball over. Clough's in behind. Great chance. Can he get his first goal from open play? He can't. McNamara makes another good save. And it remains 2-1 with 10 minutes left on the clock. We are into 5 minutes of stoppage time here. It remains 2-1. We've been the dominant team. It's been clear to see, and there's going to be a highlight as we tick over. Time has now elapsed. Hussein has the ball. Hutchins goes in. Now it can be fired forward. Is this the highlight? McNamara picks it up. He goes long. Stones gets up for it. Flicks it on. Hussein's going to get in behind. Boyd gets there first. And Miller now can pick it up. And Hutchins, what can he do? Add to Burko. With 30 seconds over now. Just blow the whistle, ref. As Burko brings it forward. Surely there's not enough time for them to get the ball and get up our end of the pitch. Burko with the cross in. McNamara collects it. Is this going to be... It's another long ball up. And Hutchins can collect it. Leaves it to bounce. plays it into Burko again. We're nearly at 96 minutes now. Is the referee going to blow anytime soon? Burko to the byline again. Ball in. Wilshere gets up and onto the top of the bar. And that should be the last action of the game. And it is. I don't know why the referee played on for that extra minute. It's a 2-1 victory. 2 wins and a draw from the opening 3 games. Brilliant from us. We do look like title contenders this season, I've got to say. A mix of teams that we've played here in this episode. And we've come out unbeaten. 2 wins and a draw. 2-1 victory here today against Kettering. By far the more dominant team. Bainbridge scoring the header. And then the own goal from Louis Hay. He got one back to get his name on the score sheet on the right end of the pitch. Zach Clough missed a penalty today. He could have made it 3-3. And with that, we're going to end the episode there. We're going to come back for the FA Cup tie. I think that's in about 4 games' time. So we're going to do the FA Cup run again, especially if we can get a decent run going. But if you've enjoyed today's episode, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time, where hopefully we can go on another FA Cup run.